Welcome to Nightly Repeat. My name is Nathan.
Devin.
Lucas.
And this is a podcast where we talk about superhero shit.
Wait, what is this episode?
Sidekicks.
Oh yeah, sidekicks. So this episode is about sidekicks.
The dumbest sidekicks.
Dumbest sidekicks.
To already existing.
Specifically, not dumb intellectually, but dumb in terms of this would be a stupid pair up or a stupid matchup.
I'm done with starting. How about someone else start? How about that?
How about that for a change? Would someone else maybe want to step up and start? I feel like I'm carrying this podcast.
I do.
I'll start. So are we doing one at a time?
Yeah.
All right. So, I'll do Doc Ock first. So I think a perfect Doc or the dumbest Doc Ock sidekick would be Mr. Squid. So Mr. Squid.
How old is Mr. Squid?
Well, Mr. Squid is a robot that has squid tentacles on its back.
How many tentacles does a squid have?
10.
10?
10.
You're saying that because it's like tentacles? Hey, Devin, guess what? 1, 2, audience, I'm tickling Devin right now. 3, 4, 5,
No.
6,
No.
7,
No.
8, 9, tentacles.
Audience, Devin's strangling Nathan.
Okay, so let's hear about
Yeah.
Mr. Squid.
Anyway, what's the next one?
No, Mr. Squid. Let's hear about him.
Okay, Mr. Squid. So he's like a robot, the size of a squid, with who. Well, I take that back. He's just like a robot, like a human robot that has like squid tentacle, like actually like they chopped off squid tentacles and put it on its back.
So it's a robot with actual squid tentacles.
Yeah, on its back.
What does it do for Doc Ock? Did Doc Ock make it?
Yeah, he's just like a robot who just like kind of does like errands for Doc Ock. Like not even like evil like super villain errands. Just like Doc Ock just says like, "Go get me my groceries." And,
Do people get weirded out with this? Like, are they slimy still?
yeah, they're slimy. They're not connected to anything. They're just on his back, and they just kind of like flop around.
So they don't move. He can't move. They're not controlled at all.
No.
Okay.
Okay, so my first one, I mean, I've got two, but first one is Shazam. So I kind of the thing with Shazam is he's like a kid. He's trying to figure out like how to be a kid and also a superhero at the same time because he's bestowed by
Shazam.
He's bestowed by Shazam magical powers through saying
We
the
know
word
his
Shazam.
name is Captain Marvel. Don't say that.
Captain Marvel, Captain Thunder, whatever name that they want to use. They legally gave the rights to Captain Marvel, but blah 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 blah. So the sidekick that I was thinking. So since he's like he's known for being like young, instead it's someone even younger than Billy. So it's like Billy is probably I forget.
He's like 13?
I think he's like 10.
10?
Yeah, I'm pretty sure he's pretty young. So correct me if I'm wrong in the comments. I'm sorry. But so we're saying someone like 5 years old. Like this kid is in kindergarten and they're fighting alongside Shazam. So like I imagine it's like when they say Shazam, instead of like growing up to be like a 20-year-old, they grow to like being like just being a teenager. And then like you have Dwayne the Rock Johnson as Black Adam come and just beat the shit out of him because it's like I mean it's a superhero. You have all like the Shazam magic and that, but like he's still a 13-year-old, so he just gets beat to a pummel.
And he has the mind of what, a toddler?
No, no. I mean he's in kindergarten, so he at least has some cognitive development. But he's a kid. He's a kindergartner.
Okay, this is what's gonna happen. Dwayne The Rock Johnson starts punching this teenager. He starts bawling because he has the mental capacity of a 6-year-old.
5.
6.
Okay, 6. you sold me. But yeah, so I think that's kind of where the comedy draws from that one. But that's really all. Because I mean, he'd probably
What's his name?
not last. Dilly.
Dilly.
Billy and Dilly. Yeah. Dilly, Dilly, Dilly.
Does he say Shazam or does he say Shazam?
Shawam.
Shazam. Shazam.
Shazam.
Shazam.
Okay, so the one I have, Tony Stark.
What if like he's like in order to say like in order to become the kid doesn't have any two front teeth like the 5-year-old doesn't have any 6-year-old doesn't have any two front teeth
6-year-old.
And so he can't say Shazam. And so he can't turn into Shazam. So Dwayne Rock Johnson is just beating up a fucking 6-year-old.
Okay.
Anyway, that's the end of
So
Shazam.
Shazam. So
Captain Fundle.
I,
Captain Fundle.
I don't have a name for this guy, but basically, he is Tony Stark's, not Iron Man's, Tony Stark's sidekick, okay? Now, here is his origin story, because I thought of this. They're having this, like, best man in the world, like, award show. Tony Stark's sitting there, Pepper, or whoever he's with at the time, right? And they're just all saying, here are the candidates, we have the greatest people ever. And then Tony Stark wins, because, love you 3000. And he goes up to give his award, and then his award looks back at him and says, Daddy? Okay. Now that's a bit. Because now, this sidekick has the mental capacity of a baby, but it's a reward trophy that loves Tony Stark. And is only alive when Tony Stark touches it.
So what use does that have to Tony Stark?
It boosts his ego.
Does he have like tape to his thigh when he's in the Iron Man suit?
And it's like, you got this. Yeah,
I really like you, Mr. Stark.
And
it's like the tape, like he starts sweating in the Iron Man suit, so the tape starts to let go, and he's like, I don't want to go, Mr. Stark.
But it also teaches Tony how to become a better father
by taking care of a fucking trophy. It's like a glass trophy. Could it break? Is it just like a trophy? So if the trophy's being bad, he can just spike it in the ground. Can the trophy feel pain? And does it get sad?
That's for you to decide.
Now,
comment section.
Is this trophy like real, or is this all inside Tony's head?
That is for you to decide.
It's for you to decide.
But what's his name?
Trophy.
Trophy.
Okay.
Okay, Lucas.
Yes.
Who's Spider-Man's sidekick?
Okay. So Spider, of course,
Spider-Man's
Spider-Man's known
doing
for
Spider-Man. Okay.
Yeah, Spider-Man's known for being, sticky. Like he can stick to walls. He can shoot sticky webs.
Yeah, sticky.
So his sidekick
sticky.
is Slippery Man. So he's slippery. He can't do. He's the complete opposite. He doesn't have any webs. He can't stick to walls because he just slides everywhere.
Does he get web shooters?
No.
Peter won't even give him web shooters.
No, he won't. And so Peter has to carry him everywhere. So when he's like climbing walls or like shooting webs, he's like holding him by the arm. Like he doesn't even like.
Is Peter not giving him web shooters because he's a dick or because he hasn't earned them yet?
He just won't give them to him. He just doesn't want to give it. So
does he find his sidekick's lack of prowess comical?
He does give him web shooters. But his slipperiness applies to the web shooters, so they just like bounce off a wall, or they like stick, they slide. So
okay, but what's his name?
Slippy Johnson.
Slipper Man.
Slippy Joe.
Oh, okay, is his origin story that he was bit by a slippy spider? A spider covered in oil.
He was bit by a
spider on roller skates.
Okay, so we haven't done this with the other characters, but what does this guy look like? I kind of want to know what he looks like. He's like a really sweaty guy that Peter's like carrying.
Does he look like he's like, the baby that's covered in like peanut butter or whatever that like looks super greasy? Is it like that?
Yeah, he could just be like naked, or not naked, but like he has like underwear on. That's it. And he's just like covered in grease.
But how does he help Peter fight like Doc Ock? Does he fight Mr. Squid?
Yeah, he fights Mr. Squid. It's like the most like greasy and
It's like Mr. Squid is like, I will hit you with my slimy tentacles, and he's like, I'd like to see that work any number on me. It won't.
Does he like control like slippery things? Like, does he get troll grease, or is he just
no,
like slippery?
he's just slippery. It's like, Spider-Man can control sticky things.
Stupid.
Stupid. Idiot.
You aren't gonna see Spider-Man start like mind controlling a sticky piston, dummy. It's fucking stupid.
Stupid.
He just uses redstone.
Yeah, he just uses redstone. He's smart. he knows technology. Anyway, my next one. So you got the Punisher, but what about like the Pleaser, like the people pleaser? So the Punisher.
Is he like HR for Punisher?
Well, no, it's more. Well, yeah, yes and no. So like the Punisher wants to just like he's mad. He wants to get vengeance. He's okay with killing people. No, Pleasure does not like the people pleaser does not like that. Not at all. So he's like Punisher's like, I'm gonna shoot these people with my shotgun and be all mean and kill them. And he's like, I don't know about that one. He's like Rick and Morty. Like it's like Rick and Morty season 1 Morty, where he's just like super like, I don't know. It's like, I would really rather if we did. It's like, cause he's just like, he doesn't want to kill people. He's very Christian. He cares a lot about getting into heaven. He doesn't want to commit any sin. He does not merge well with the Punisher. Bada bing, bada boom. That's why they probably shouldn't be together.
Why are they together? Did the Punisher just pick him up and then they start traveling?
Yeah, the Punisher secretly has the inner desire to not be
Bad.
the anti-hero of the story and kill people. So he's like, maybe one day I'll be strong enough to listen to the people pleaser when they tell me not to kill. But that day has not come. But hopefully it will.
Here's a scene, alright? There's a bunch of, like, pirates, let's say, and Punisher's, like, hunting them down.
Yeah,
and
you
like,
know the Punisher very, very...
hates pirates.
Yeah, he hates pirates. He fights them all the time.
Okay, pirate
Anyway,
gangsters.
continue. Pirate gangsters.
In
okay.
New York.
In New York.
And Punisher's, like, shooting them down, and the people pleaser... over the gunfire is going, I don't know about this. This doesn't.
He's like, hey, this should probably stop. He's like,
so is it people pleaser or is it just the pleaser?
I like people pleaser.
I think the people pleaser.
Because the pleaser is a different guy.
Yeah,
how do you think these guys you're shooting are gonna feel when you shoot them? He's like, I don't think they'd be okay with that.
I want to be pleasant.
See.
You can buy that on SoundCloud.
SoundCloud will be here literally. Probably it's nightly repeat, but it's probably like once a month repeat.
We pre-record these.
Probably gonna take a while to edit because we know what we want to do. We haven't actually edited one yet, so we don't know what it looks like. It may look terrible, but we think we know what we would like it to look like. Hopefully, it ends up looking.
For something like this, like when we talk to the audience, like about what we're gonna do, we should have like a picture of the three of us going like.
It's like, what do we do, guys?
What
it's
do
like
we do?
Audience, we're doing the huh emoji where he's like huh, and he's like putting his like elbows are on the ribs and the hands are about where the shoulders are, and then they're horizontals. It's like it's like you'll see it. You'll see it. You'll see it.
Hopefully.
You'll have seen it before I've described it because
And
hopefully it'll be on.
And now you're like.
And it's like, yes, that one. I understand now.
Now what Nathan's doing
Thank
is
you
he's
for
putting...
describing it to me.
Now what Nathan's doing is he's putting his hand on his head like this. Oh, I'm sorry.
Wait, like this?
Like this? Yeah.
Yes, like this.
Like this. All right. So
I'm now gonna have to remember.
You have to remember to do that.
To do it.
No, but hold on. I'm gonna take a photo. So I just took a photo. I'm gonna go back, upload the photo onto my computer. We're gonna throw it on there, and that was the face that I was making. That's a dog. That's a dog.
Okay.
Anyway.
So now to our 6 sidekicks.
14 minutes.
Yeah, no, we need to pad this out.
Yeah, we've already finished.
So now for our 6th sidekick. Why don't sidekicks get sidekicks? Let's talk about Robin for a second. Now, sure, if you want to talk about the first one, not Tim Drake. Do you know who the first Robin is? There's like 4.
Robbie Robinson.
Robinson.
Dick Tracy.
Dick Grayson.
Dick Grayson.
I don't think Dick Grayson is the first one. I don't think you should say if you don't know, because you'll be lampooned in the comments section.
So Dick Grayson, he becomes Nightwing. Whatever. So let's say that this Robin, whoever he is, gets his own sidekick. Now
that's wild.
Now what Batman does is he gets an orphan
Crazy.
child. Now what I think Robin should do is get an even sadder case.
Ow, a triple double orphan.
Did they tell you about that?
Yeah.
So instead of getting an orphan child, we get something extremely sad. We get an
We have a lot of time to explain the concept of a triple double orphan.
Okay. So basically a friend of ours, a friend of the channel, Ace, a friend of the channel, Ace, and I had this conversation a couple years back where we decided that he was half black and I'm half orphan. Now, to give you some context to that, Ace's dad left, so, but his mom was still there. But he's white, so he's half black. Then there's me.
Oh my god, I don't like this one bit.
I don't have a mom, so I'm half orphan. Then we got to the logistics of that. Now, there's other half orphans, other people that are half black. So what if two half orphans orphaned their kid? That would be a double orphan. But if a double orphan and a double orphan had a kid, orphaned that kid, that would be a double, triple orphan. Now, we talked about this for an hour. There were so many aspects to this, so many layers, and it led to nowhere. Remember what this means about society and how we decide to live, how we decide to be, really tells us that nothing matters. You're listening to this podcast right now. You're listening to this on your phone, on your laptop. Hopefully you're listening
On
to
your
it.
school.
On your school.
Like on the school.
On
They have
the
a
school.
projector and they're playing this on the school.
No.
Hopefully, because I mean, that
You're-
means it probably looks pretty good. And I did
Yeah.
a good job editing.
Yeah.
Yeah, or it's an example of what not to do when you're making a podcast.
When you get used as the example of what not to do.
Yeah.
So-
it's like, see this, guys?
But-
don't. It's like, stop.
Stop.
None
You
of
haven't-
this
you
matters.
Think about doing this? No.
Now, once you finish listening to every episode nightly repeat, what I want you to do is do something better. Go out. Do something. Right now, both of my co-hosts are on their phones looking at the same video of Lucas. Do something more productive.
Do you guys want to hear that?
You know that?
You guys want to hear it? You can't see it. You can't see it. I might actually no. I'll put it in. I'll put it in. You don't get to hear it now because I'll put it in.
Now, audience, listen to me right now. You know that girl you like? You know that guy you like? I don't judge. Go, go ask them out right now. That's more productive than what you're doing right now. But watch all our videos first, please.
Yeah, it's like audience. You just slapped Lucas.
Okay, but also, you know that lawn that you might have? Go mow it. You know that thing that you wanted to write?
It's like it's winter.
You know that thing you want to write? Go write it. You know that...
Well, actually, if this is episode 1, part 3, and it's winter, then we've been doing a very bad job. It's cycled all the way to winter of 2020.
Okay, so going back to the premise. Dick Grayson, who is a very sad case, he needs a sidekick. So, have you guys ever watched those humanitarian videos, about Humane Society videos, where they show like a 3-legged dog? What if Dick Grayson had a 3-legged dog who was abused as a sidekick, and he makes the dog have like some bird name, like this, like Batman swings into action, then Robin, and then you have Cockatoo.
Cockatoo.
There was Bat Cow.
Yeah, I know. But then you have
Kind of crazy.
Cockatoo.
Would Bat Cow and Cockatoo be friends?
No, they fight all the
They
time.
hate each other.
Cockatoo.
But Cockatoo comes in and he like limps in with his like 2 legs.
Wait, which
his-
leg is missing?
No, he has 2 legs.
Oh, he has two.
Here's the thing. Do I have, when we refer to Cockatoo and the picture of Cockatoo comes up on the screen like he does right now, is it a picture of a cockatoo or is it a picture of a 3-legged dog? Because I
Wait.
think putting a 3-legged dog would be really sad.
Hold on. Okay, I I just thought of this. That would be kind of funny. I don't know if you want to go with this. What if cockatoo? So he only has
Hey, you
two
can't
legs,
say that
right?
word.
Oh,
yeah.
that's dog.
Cockatoo.
So
A
cockatoo,
two.
he only has two legs.
A 2.
Does it just keep switching with legs he has missing, which legs he has? Like,
Okay, at the beginning, he has, like, a wheelchair for legs in the back. But at the end of the series, he gets 2 robotic legs in the back, but his front legs are missing, so he has, like...
no, I just meant, like he just keeps, like, losing and then growing another leg.
Okay, so... We have 10 more minutes. Let's do a lightning round. Bad sidekicks, okay? I got one. Staying in the Batman lore. You guys know Alfred.
Fucking. Okay.
You know Alfred. And you know, I took that idea of what if we did the same thing but sadder. What if we did something even cooler? Alright, what if we had, like, the coolest looking superhero, but he's Alfred's sidekick? So we have this guy, he's, like, wearing cool, flashy armor, but all he does is give Bruce Wayne, like, fucking Bruce Wayne, Cockatoo, Batcow, Ace, all 4 Robins, Batwoman, and Clayface. He gives them all just, like, a tray of tiny sandwiches. That's what Alfred does. And when, like, Batman's hurt, this cool-looking, flashy superhero who has, like, flames on the back, you know, just starts wrapping him up in gauze.
Sounds like a pretty sick superhero, doesn't
Stop. Audience, there's a fight going on. There's a fight. Devin did not like that. Devin will remember that. Okay.
This is
Okay, we're losing viewers. We're losing viewers. Okay. I hope,
good now.
dear all viewers who are still here, lightning round.
Why?
Lightning round. Do you want to go or me? Are you ready?
You go.
Okay. So I'm thinking we have Superman, sidekick. However, Superman is like a god among men. He's praised as a god,
How about a man
godlike
among
powers. So he's literally a man among gods. He's just an average dude that works in an office that's just Superman's sidekick. He's always insecure and like insists that he doesn't belong fighting with the Justice League. He's like,
Because he doesn't.
He's like, yeah, because he doesn't. He's just this average dude. And he's like, Superman's just like, oh, I need you to like, oh, there's an asteroid falling down to Earth. Can you go catch it? Oh, wait, you can't. Well, can you at least go and like super speed and round up all the pedestrians before they get hurt? And no, actually, no, you can't do that. And
But
it's like,
Superman keeps telling him, you are the greatest man. Joe, look at me.
keeps hyping him up.
Joe,
Keeps
look at
hyping
me.
him up.
Joe, I know you are more than what you think you are. You think you can't stop a burning building. I can. But you can't. And I know that you aren't as rich as Batman. No one wants to, hang out with you like they want with Wonder Woman. Joe, I know that's what you think you are. But you are as strong as I am. You are as smart as Batman is. And... maybe someone wants to hang out with you. I don't know. Maybe like start talking to them.
I don't. It's like so, and with all of Superman's backhand compliments, he gets more and more insecure about himself, and he's just like, by the end of it, he's just like, fuck, dude. He's just like, yeah, he just does it.
He quits his job.
Yeah, he quits his job to be a full-time superhero, but he can't because he doesn't have any powers and he doesn't have shit. Yeah. So basically, he is a man among gods. He does not belong with the Justice League.
Is his man Joe?
still-
Is his name Joe Man?
Joe Man. His name is Joe Swanson.
Gaming.
Family Guy.
Lucas?
Okay, so
Lightning round.
All right. So this one is a sidekick to Iron Man again. So
No, just my bag, please.
So anyway, Tony
Audience,
Stark.
I'm being massaged.
Tony Stark's always having like home troubles. Like his home exploding or gods getting thrown through his house. Well, he enlists a sidekick called the Carpenter, who just throws tools at people. So whenever
Okay, I don't mean to backpedal on your idea, but what if this guy is just a carpenter?
that's what he is. He's just a carpenter. He's
He's
just a carpenter who has some sort of precision where he can throw tools from his tool chest.
No, what if he's just really bad at it? He just throws tools and he's like, shit, I missed.
But he can only throw the tools that are in his chest. It's not like he has an endless amount. He just whatever he has in his chest, he throws.
And he goes and picks them up after.
It's like, wow, carpenter. There's a hole in the wall that's shaped exactly like your wrench. Can you utilize your power of being able to throw things really precisely and fill the hole in the wall so the carbon monoxide doesn't get in and kill the pedestrians? You bet I can. And so he picks up the perfectly sized wrench and then throws it. He just hits the wall.
He goes and picks it back up.
And then Tony Stark comes in and like sprays it with foam.
But like,
No. Tony Stark comes in. And he's like, dude, I can just like fly you over there, and you can just like put it in. You don't need to keep there. And he's like, I'll get it. I will get it.
He goes over, he picks it back up, and he runs all the way back to the other side of the room and throws
like,
it again.
He's like, why are you making it so difficult? Just throw it from as close as you can.
Or just like
people
stick
are going
it in
to
there.
die. Yeah.
Okay, so I feel lightning round still, but we should each come up with an aspect of this guy, this new guy. Okay.
The carpenter.
No. A new psychic, final psychic. You get 10 completely original, completely copyrighted ideas in this episode.
10. That's
10.
more than ever before.
More than
Unless if we change up the order, in which case it may
might-
be more or less than what we've done before.
This might be less than our average, but we don't know that yet.
We don't know yet because we don't know what our average is.
Our average right now is like 3,
Yeah.
4.
No, because we did.
We did 4 each time.
Yeah.
So audience, we're talking kind of quietly, so you're probably just like, what?
Yeah, this is the picture. It's like it's the
What?
you'll see it.
You'll
It's on
see
there.
it,
It's
yeah.
on there. It's on there.
Okay, so I'll think of this. Okay, you think of the superhero. You think of a name, and I'll think of. Oh, okay, superhero. I'll think of their power, and you'll think of their name. How about that?
Okay. I'll think of the name, and you give
Wait, what
them
am
a
I
power
thinking of?
because of the name.
Mhm.
I'll go
What
name
am I
first.
thinking of?
Superhero. Give us a superhero.
Putting me on the spot here. Thor.
Okay, and Thor's sidekick's name is gonna be
Thor 2.
Electric Boogaloo.
no, because that's what you want me to do.
Thor 2 Electric Boogaloo.
Thor 2, like that's what they should have called the second Thor movie. Thor 2,
That would have been perfect.
yeah, honestly, Thor 2,
The Dark World.
the Dark World, or Thor 2, Electric Boogaloo.
Thor 4 Electric.
4.
You
Thor.
can't say that word. Anyway, Thor's sidekick is called Radiator Man.
Radiator Man. So, if you've been a loyal viewer, you know that we have a superhero named Firefighter. Now, what Firefighter can do is he can take electricity from
Fire smoke detectors.
smoke detectors. Okay, so what Radiator Man does...
Fire detector. Fire detector.
What Radiator Man does is he steals heat from people's bodies. And that's how he
Okay,
survives.
so how does he
But
fight
he
with Thor? How does he fight with Thor? What is
Okay, but let me explain this.
Should I think-
He's basically a radiator, like a heat vampire. He needs this heat to survive, so he's constantly stealing heat from people's bodies.
So is the idea that these superheroes sidekicks are supposed to be like bad?
No.
Because this would be a really good. So yeah, if he fought Surtur, this is what Surtur looks like. So
Yeah.
I'll show the
I'll
audience.
I'll show the audience. Here you go, guys. You can probably see Surtur. I think that a hero or sidekick that could suck heat from a literal lava monster would be quite effective. Now, what does he do? Because is there a max amount of heat he can absorb?
No, he just gets really warm. It is.
It's like-
It doesn't kill him, but he just gets okay. Let's
Hot
say,
or warm? It's just like
very hot.
so. It's like he absorbs Surtur, and he's like, and Thor's like, "You did it. That was excellent. High five."
And he's
It's like-
shaking.
he high fives him, and Thor's like, well, he probably wouldn't say anything because it probably wouldn't hurt because he's a god. But in the comics, not in the MCU, godlike in the MCU, but that's not a debate I want to get in. I've got in on that debate on Reddit before, but not this time. But I think
Nerd.
that would be very comical. Yeah, nerd. But yeah. So I think that'd be funny. But I mean, it's one of those things. It's like audience. He tried to stop the recording abruptly, like he did the last time.
If we're doing these,
if we're doing these in order, in which
it
case
might have been 40
Yeah,
episodes.
it might be the final episode that he does that.
But I like. Okay. Last thing. What? What if